I normally post videos in the order that I record them, right? So I record first and then I just wait for the day to upload them. But this issue was quite recent, so I just thought I would, record it now and then upload it now. There was an issue about Jinkee Pacquiao. She essentially wore I think a 1.5 million worth OOTD, and a lot of people were going left and right about it. Some people were saying, konting delikadesa naman dyan with everyone going through such a hard time, be more sensitive to others, why upload something so extravagant? And then other people, on the other hand, defended Jinkee, saying, it's her money, she has the right to do whatever she wants with it. If she wants to buy whatever she wants, that's her choice. And no one should tell her what to upload and what not to upload, right? So the internet went nuts with that. And some friends of mine asked me for my opinion privately, what I thought about the Jinkee OOTD issue. And I thought about it for a moment and said, yeah, that's a good topic for a rant. So here are some thoughts. Number one, I don't think it's very wise of her to do this, because in the first place, Manny's not going to be able to box forever, He's probably going to retire soon. He's not getting any younger, right? And he's not going to make that much money as a senator. Now, as a boxer, he knows that you have to condition your body for a specific event that's going to happen. In his case, it's a boxing match. Now, when Manny retires, they're not going to make as much money. And disclaimer, I don't know if they have investments. I don't know if they have businesses. I don't know if they're going to be able to make a huge amount of money after he retires. But I strongly doubt it, because a huge bulk of their income comes from boxing. No matter how many businesses and investments he has, he's probably not going to be able to afford a lifestyle like this, right? So Jinkee, consciously or unconsciously, I don't know, but Jinkee is conditioning her heart, her body, her mind, her values, her priorities, and her overall outlook in life. She's conditioning herself to want this lifestyle, to live this lifestyle, to enjoy this lifestyle. And so when her husband retires from boxing, I'm not sure if she's going to be able to just go back to living a more humble life, saying, oh, I'm okay with this. Because if you condition yourself, again, that's the word. When you condition yourself to a certain kind of living, a certain lifestyle, it's very difficult to get out of that, especially when you're the one who conditioned yourself. So that's the first issue that I have with this. It's very, very foolish to live that way. My second issue has to do with Pacquiao as a professing Christian. As a professing Christian, we know that we want to live our lives to the glory of God, not to the glory of self. And just as much as Pacquiao says, to God be the glory, to God be the glory, his wife is living a life that's the exact opposite of that. It's very, very painful to see. It reminds me of John Piper and his son Abraham Piper, but there's a huge difference. The difference being, Abraham Piper is now an adult living by himself, whereas biblically the wife is to be subject or under the husband. So father and son, husband and wife, totally different biblical dynamic that God calls us to live. Manny is the head of the home. He is the husband. He is the one making the money. He is also the one who's trying to run for politics. And this behavior by Jinkee is just probably not going to do him any favors, both as a politician and as a Christian. When Adam and Eve sinned, actually it was Eve who ate the forbidden fruit, but God looked for Adam and gave the responsibility to Adam. In the same way, Jinkee is the one spending in a way that's, I think, is immildific. It's really bad. It's immildific. But it's Pacquiao who's responsible for that. He's the one who should be saying, hon, as a Christian, I don't want people to see my life and my testimony for the Lord be stained by a behavior that's very questionable. So that's the other issue. My third issue has to do with not being able to justify the expense. Now, if you buy an overpriced bag, let's say it's a Tumi bag, it's overpriced. But if you can justify it, like for example, I don't know, it's waterproof, slash proof, robbery proof, thief proof, whatever proof, okay? Maybe you can justify an overpriced backpack. In terms of pesos, maybe if you buy like a 7,000 peso backpack, but it's got all of these devices, it's GPS, it's all of that, then fine. But, you know, 500,000, a purse that's worth 500,000, that's something that's very difficult to justify. So again, it's immeldific. Another issue I have with this is the fact that the delicadeza part, I understand that. Jinkee comes from a life that was quite humble, and she knows this. She knows how much 1 month's grocery is worth. And so to spend that much and then to upload it, put it this way. When you're eating and there's someone in front of you not being able to afford to eat, it's kind of difficult for you to eat, right? Like, for example, you're hanging out with a friend and you say, hey, I'm gonna order something, I'm gonna buy something because I'm hungry. You want anything? And he goes, well, actually, I don't have the budget, I don't have the money right now, I can't afford to buy anything, so let's just hang out here and you can order what you want. You'll feel kind of weird eating in front of him knowing that he's hungry. That alone is already like, there's a courtesy thing there, there's a sense of social, I don't know, civility there. There's just something there. If you're eating and there's a beggar right outside, it's difficult to eat. Now imagine if your friend said, I can't afford to have lunch. And then you say, okay, well, you can't afford to have lunch. Fine. And then I order like a 5-course meal, which I eat just a little bit and then I throw the rest away. That's just, you know, a slap in the face, right? That, I think, is how a lot of people would feel. You know, a lot of people are struggling with COVID right now. A lot of people are struggling financially, and here comes someone who uploads a 1.5 million OOTD, right? That's just a little sadistic, I think, in a certain way. Now, three more things. First, it's usually the case that we tend to justify in others what we want to justify in ourselves. Again, we tend to justify the wrong actions of others when we want others to justify the same action we find in ourselves. So maybe one reason why a lot of people defend Jinkee, and you know, she can upload whatever she wants, it's because deep down we also want to upload whatever we want, right? We want to get justified in our own ways. That's one. My other problem or issue with that is, you know, Jinkee knows that she's got influence, and she knows that she's kind of responsible for how other people think. Pacquiao knows that as well. And so they're influencing a kind of mindset in people that I don't think is actually healthy. Now, the third one, and my very last issue is this. She didn't have to post that. Like, you know, if you're eating in a nice restaurant, you eat something nice, you know, take a picture of it. It's for your own personal use. You don't really upload it for everyone to see. In the same way that's why this is the same issue I have with people who love selfies. Like, you know, selfie me, you know, fearfully and wonderfully made, but it's a selfie, you know, and you're not really looking for people to glorify God. You just want people to say, oh, I love your makeup. Oh, you look so good in that picture. Oh, so it's really glorify God, but really it's glorify me. I think it's a pride issue. She didn't have to flaunt, but she did. Disclaimer, I don't know how much they give to charity. I don't know how much they help the poor. I don't know that. Regardless, even if they give like 1 million pesos, 2 million to the poor, regardless of how much they give to the poor, the issue is not, I give a lot to the poor, therefore I deserve to flaunt. I don't think any Christian should be able to say, I deserve to flaunt. I don't think flaunting is a good thing. I think it's a pride issue. I think it's something we should, you know, re-examine ourselves about. So my opinion, it's immeldific, it's a pride issue, and she didn't have to flaunt it, but she did. Konting delicadeza, I'd have to agree. My opinion, you can disagree. God bless you.